My name is Emily, and I am 25 years old. I grew up in a small town surrounded by rolling hills and peaceful countryside. My life was simple, and my family wasn't rich, but we were happy. My parents worked hard to provide for me and my younger brother, Tom. I always loved school and dreamed of becoming a writer someday. Little did I know that one teacher would change my life forever. When I was 16 years old, I started my final year of high school. It was an exciting time because I was thinking about my future and preparing for college. That's when Mr. Carter, a new English teacher, joined our school. He was 30 years old, tall, with brown hair and kind green eyes. He had a warm smile that made everyone feel comfortable. From the first day, he became my favorite teacher. Mr. Carter had a unique way of teaching. He didn't just make us read books and memorize lessons. He made us feel the stories. He encouraged us to share our thoughts and ideas. Every time he spoke, it felt like he was opening a door to a new world. I had always loved reading and writing, but Mr. Carter made me fall in love with literature even more. One day, he assigned us to write a short story about something personal. I was nervous but excited. I stayed up late that night, pouring my heart into my story. When I submitted it, I hoped he would like it. A week later, Mr. Carter returned our stories. When he handed mine back, he smiled and said, "Emily, this is brilliant. You have a natural talent for writing. Don't ever stop." His words stayed with me. No one had ever believed in me like that before. I started writing more, not just for school, but for myself. I would often stay after class to ask Mr. Carter questions about writing. He was always patient and encouraging. He even lent me books from his personal collection, saying they would inspire me. As the months passed, I realized I was starting to feel something deeper for Mr. Carter. It wasn't just admiration, it was something more. I knew it was wrong to have these feelings for my teacher, but I couldn't help it. He was kind, intelligent, and passionate about his work. He made me feel special, like I mattered. I never told anyone about my feelings, not even my best friend, Lily. I was too afraid of what people would think. I tried to focus on my studies and push my emotions aside, but it was difficult. Every time I saw Mr. Carter, my heart would race. One day, after class, Mr. Carter asked me to stay back. He said he wanted to talk to me about something important. My heart pounded as I wondered what it could be. When the classroom emptied, he said, "Emily, I can see how much you love writing. I believe you have the potential to become a great writer. Have you thought about applying to creative writing programs for college?" I was surprised. I had always dreamed of becoming a writer, but I never thought it was possible. "Do you really think I can do it?" I asked. "I know you can," he replied. "You have a gift, Emily. Don't let anything hold you back." His encouragement gave me the confidence to believe in myself. With his guidance, I applied to several creative writing programs. Mr. Carter even wrote a recommendation letter for me. When I got accepted into my dream college, I couldn't wait to tell him. He was so proud of me, and his smile made my heart ache with happiness. As graduation approached, I felt a mix of excitement and sadness. I was looking forward to college, but I knew I would miss Mr. Carter. On the last day of school, I stayed back after class to thank him for everything he had done for me. "You changed my life, Mr. Carter," I said. "I'll never forget you." He smiled and said, "You changed your own life, Emily. I just gave you a little push. I know you'll do great things." After graduation, I moved to the city for college. Life became busy with classes, assignments, and new friends. I missed Mr. Carter, but I tried to focus on my future. We stayed in touch through occasional emails, and he always encouraged me to keep writing. Years passed, and I published my first book. It was a collection of short stories, many inspired by my time in high school and the lessons I learned from Mr. Carter. I sent him a copy with a note that said, "This is because of you. Thank you for believing in me." To my surprise, Mr. Carter replied with an invitation to a small book signing event he was organizing at our old school. When I saw him again, it felt like no time had passed. He looked the same, with the same warm smile and kind eyes. He told me how proud he was of me and how happy he was to see me achieving my dreams. As we talked, I realized that my feelings for him had changed. What I once thought was love was actually deep admiration and gratitude. Mr. Carter had been my guide and mentor, someone who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. I would always be thankful for him, but I knew now that my future was ahead of me, not in the past. Looking back, I realize how much Mr. Carter influenced my life. He taught me to believe in myself and to chase my dreams. The teacher I loved wasn't just a teacher. He was the person who showed me who I could be. And for that, I will always be grateful.